go bad.
Okay, so do you like to do the Graves thing where you just red buff invade? Is that a thing you like to do every game, or is it specifically against Kane?
So
Or
typically I like to look at the matchups, and then I think like, if I'm gonna start top side and go towards bot, or if I'm gonna start bot side and go towards top, depending on following
yeah,
like the lane states, right? In this case, I thought I would just try to invade Kane because he likes to start on his Raptors.
yeah, he does. But
So,
at the same time, he can very easily have a leash. But you'll know this. I mean, if bottom lane shows immediately, blue bottom lane shows, he started on Raptors, so you've got information. Now, for me, the reason I've had this paused on this scene for so long is because you see what I'm looking at. I'm sure you see it as well.
yeah, my trinket barely missed the
But
board.
that's the
So
point. Like your everything you did was good.
yeah,
But I think moving into the bush, like either they're gonna ward the pixel bush, which you can
yeah,
avoid by doing the route you did. That's the classic season 8 thing, buff
yeah.
invade, Jarvan Camille thing we used to do back in the day. If you're gonna do this and you're scanning, I like it, but just check the bush because that's most likely where they're gonna leave it.
Yeah, that was kind of poor.
Now the thing is, he was probably gonna go Raptors Red Krugs, look
Yeah,
bottom lane to probe. And if he saw you do this, like what he could have done and probably should have done, is simply taken your blue side. Because you should
yeah.
beat him 1v1.
That's another reason I went for it because I figured if he does come, I can beat him 1v1. Garen does show up,
Yeah,
and
again,
I got my proc from my runes.
that beautiful rune known as Phase Rush, yeah. So,
Yeah,
intention's good. But we need a +8 that +10 maybe that awareness because Trinity is currently almost max rage if we're looking at this lane. The mini waves
Yeah.
are decent. He's trying to make sure that he has control over the Garen. We have vision of
Yeah.
everything that he's doing. So now the Kane, in theory, very easily can do Krugs knowing he can get into blue side, take your Grump. And I think, honestly, like if you guys are the
he
Kane,
gets.
if
Yeah.
you're the Kane, if you're in the Kane situation,
I would have gone and stole everything.
yeah,
from
because
me.
he's now relying on the Garen. Unless he's boosting the Garen or a duo or in voice command.
There were two Smurfs. There were two level 30s. It was
Might
Kane
have
and
been.
someone else.
Might
I
have
don't
been him.
remember who, but
Well, I mean, this you should see, right? So
Yeah.
for me, if you see it's warded and you see that Garen's moving down, now I'm getting nervous. So
yeah,
I think you're lucky, right? He smites too early, so you get it. Okay.
yeah.
Um,
But since Garen went down, imagine
gotta
if I
be-
didn't get it, that would have sucked.
well, it wouldn't have mattered. It would have mattered a little bit because no, it wouldn't have mattered. Kane would not have been 3, and you wouldn't have been 3.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's a good play. Just watch the lanes. That's very. I mean, you lose your flash for almost nothing there.
Yeah.
The Kane played it wrong though. I don't know why. He loses 1v1 to you anyway. As well as I mean, he can beat you if he plays it supremely well. But Kindred and Graves into Kane is a good matchup. See, now you've got these AFK pings, but I don't think you need to do that. I don't think you need to worry about it. Why boots? Why'd you go back and get boots?
Honestly, I don't know.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. I'm guessing just because the amount of gold I had.
Well, you could have got Talisman then too and farmed even quicker.
Yeah, that's true.
So currently, the Kane's point was to deny the blue. That didn't work out so well for him. He flashed, you basically came out of the wash completely equal. I like this a lot. This is a very good play. I mean, we could ask, yeah, the reason why he based Pleasure is because at this point he could stick around on the Krugs and the Raptors, but it's very likely that the Kane would invade and try and abuse the fact that he has no flash and also just make things messy. Whereas he knows, and of course I'm going to assume you know some things here.
Yeah.
He gets to go down, get his blue, he gets Grump control red. He has his whole bottom side jungle, right? But he also has Crab, and he gets to invade and steal the tier 2 Raptors. Now, I don't know if that was originally your plan, but I like that you went for it.
Yeah, I figured he would he was either gonna base or try to invade, so I'll try to steal his. I messed up right here because I was looking at the map. I didn't see that the Raptors reset. I actually do that again.
In the same camp right now?
No, but later on. The same camp, but later on.
I would go to his Krugs as well. I mean,
Yeah,
you can gank mid lane, but...
Yeah, I was a duo with him, with the mid laner.
It's too much waffling here. I would have gone to the Krugs.
Yeah.
I would have hit... if you're not going to gank this 100%, like, the Azir should in theory be fine. Once you see this and you take this, I would hit the Scry's Bloom to the Krugs. And you can click on them. You see, right, these are level 1. So... Level 1. So you know he hasn't taken them.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's not even here means that you know he might have likely gone to the top side and taken your camps. So in that case, you should tell your duo to ward right here.
Yeah.
Because you're bottom side.
If I hit the plant, and then notice that his Krugs are up, I wouldn't be able to do them in that case, though, right?
Go do them. Why not?
Okay. Well, my thought process is, oh, they wouldn't. Well, because I hit the plant, so wouldn't they know that I hit the plant? And
they'd only know, right? If they had any sort of vision here, and it bled onto their skirt vision here.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think anyone in gold is going to notice that.
Oh, okay.
And even so, look at this lane state. Your bottom lane is nice domination right now. Yeah, Pyke is there, but you have this guy has no mana, has less than half HP, and Kane's topside. So he's level 4 already. I feel like if you're not going to gank mid, hitting the plant just to gain knowledge and then taking it away is a bonus. And then, of course, if you do that, well, if your bottom lane shoves this, I don't think you can necessarily dive it, but if you can hit a smoke screen on top of a brand stun, that's a kill.
Yeah.
If. I don't dive it blindly, but if the stun hits from the brand, then you kill him.
Potential dive.
Then you kill him, yeah. So looking at the lane here is very important. I know you duo with the mid, and the thing is when you duo with the mid, you tend to suck your vision a lot more.
Yeah.
Right?
One issue that I have, and that I have a question really is like with like mindset, because I feel like after I play a few games, like I just kind of stop thinking, like, and then I'm not as consistent. Like, so some games I'm like my thought process is more consistent, and then like sometimes like I just don't think.
Yeah. It's just playing on automatic. So here's something else to notice. So we know you swap to a scanner. There's no vision from blue side at this stage.
Yeah.
But watch very carefully the Kassadin's behavior, right? Like you're doing these, and obviously you said you're looking at the minimap, so that's a skill we can make better, right, through a bit of practice. We should not be able to reset camps or lose camp aggro just by looking at the map. However, watch the Kassadin, just on the minimap. Like you can farm the camp, and this is what I do a lot of other junglers do, is we don't necessarily always click as much, but we're staring at the map. Like right now I'm just staring at it. And people on stream have always said, why are you looking down? Well, minimap. Because if you watch Kassadin, right, he goes down. Down. So you know this guy is putting wards. So as soon as you go back into the river, okay, you're going to be detected. He's gone for a while. So you know, if he just moves down and places a ward and moves back up, that ward is in this bush. If he moves on down as long as he has, he's gone to pet the duck and put it in the pixel bush. What's up, duck? Hey, he's talking to frog. So in that case, and then we retreat, and then he comes back, right?
Yeah.
I think that behavior tells me 3 things. 3 things? 2 things. One thing that it's warded, which we covered, and the second thing is he's worried about pressure from the bottom side. The only reason he'd be worried about pressure from the bottom side is because he knew you were bottom side, and that's exacerbated by the fact that Kane is taking your top side. So they know you're not here. By inference, they know you're bottom side. And now you see they've got the ward in the pixel bush. So for you want to remain hidden, right? I think
either wall.
I think, okay, you've got 2 options. Hit the Scry's Bloom onto the pixel bush and deny the vision. Okay, they see me, they know I'm here, might as well just get rid of that vision, move on with my life. 2, blindly do Krugs Don't always like it because it's a pike, so I think the Scribe's Boom is fine. If they see it, they see it. And the thing is, they have a ward here, right? Now, let me see. If you hit it... Okay, so it dies just before you would hit it. So that, of course, is nice. If it's warded, it would be much more noticeable to them, right? They would 100% see this.
Yeah.
But instead, we kind of just... Yeah, you're right, like... you know? Like, what do you want to accomplish right now? Because you've got Grump and Wolves up, but by doing that, you're giving him your tier 1 Raptors and Krugs, so...
Yeah.
I feel like we missed... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Was there anything I could do to like deny him though from taking my camps?
No.
Like, there's nothing I could have done.
You made that decision for him. When you went back after the invade, you gave up control of your top side, which is why it could have been prudent to just clear it down. Like, you could have just gone into Krugs, smited them, you had smite, go down, kite the Raptors into the bush, take that, go down, directly, do Krugs Raptors, go down directly to the crab, okay? So it's exactly the same game plan, except you get your camps and the crab, and then you can go steal those Raptors.
Yeah.
Now, at that point, you wouldn't want to stick around, because if the Kane said, 100% Graves goes back, let me go take his Krugs, and then goes to the Krugs and sees, oh, Krugs are not there, he's going to maybe try drive-by on the Trundamere and then go back to base.
Yeah, so pretty much it all got messed up when I backed instead of doing my camps.
By going back, you just enforced a bit of vertical jungling. So the only option you had to equalize, and in fact you win it, is Raptors and Krugs, because you get a tier 2 Raptor take and a tier 1 Raptor take plus his blue. He gets your tier 1 Krugs and tier 1 Raptors. So you would come out ahead on experience.
Okay.
Yeah. But in terms of, like, because you're both farming junglers, we can talk like this. We're focused very much on your actions, but I still think it's very important, even as a farming jungler, specifically Graves, to look at the lane here and see, woo, that guy looks so juicy.
That's a tower dive, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think if this ward died, I mean, if you do Raptors, Krugs, you wait for this wave to crash, you tell your bot lane to shove. If he moves up, you probably just full combo him and he dies.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what is he at? 214? Your Q does 49. It also detonates and comes back and does another 85. Yeah, you probably kill him with a full combo. And then you get your phase rush so you can dodge the bike hook.
And then maybe some tower shots.
Yeah, but that's fine. Like, it doesn't matter because you just go back up through here and you smite your Grump and you take your Wolf. So even though he takes your whole top side, you come out so far ahead. But I think the most important thing for me is you didn't note the ward when scanning. We didn't note the Kassadin warding.
Ward here.
And we didn't tell our duo, listen, he's topside because I just took his jungle, place a ward. So at this point we don't know where he is. And also, you could even ask, if you're not going to do that, and you trust him to be safe, you could even ask him to put it here when he gets a moment, but that's sort of in a few minutes. Because you see, now he comes, he knows, okay, I just saw the Graves go by the pixel bush. Let me go see what my camps. I don't know what this guy's doing, but he wants to go do his Krugs now. So this is silly from him. This is very silly. He should have
assumed that they were gone. I actually go check my camp too.
Yeah, you're doing the same thing. You're both doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I should have assumed that they were gone too.
Did he leave your Krugs or did he take your Krugs?
He left one. He left. Oh
okay.
no, he cleared them and then he left one Raptor.
Okay, that's unlucky. We probably scanned a little too soon, but that's unlucky. Woo. See that's all needless.
Yeah. What could I have done instead?
Well, I think the pivot moment for early game domination is right here. But if you're gonna go on the same path, reset after Grump Wolves. Like he
was there. Yeah.
You know he took it. Yeah. Because he didn't show. The problem is you can't leave in awards, you know. But like he didn't show anywhere. 99% he took it. So just reset. Or at least like this, right? Maybe he didn't, and you want to be a bit more investigative. You know? Maybe go back right now.
Okay. Because from that you can assume, okay, he took the Krugs as well.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. And then right here I saw top top lane, kind of
Yeah, but
going at it. So
I mean, in terms of ganking lanes, this is a sucky one.
yeah,
No CC, no CC from anyone.
Yeah,
You can chicken him. You can smoke
about
screen
it.
him, but that's about it. And he's tanky as hell. And he's just gonna heal up from his passive. So
yep.
this, for me, is not a fun ganking lane unless it's advantageous or taking advantage of something. This
was actually a pretty slow game too. I don't think first blood happens for a while.
Yeah, I noticed, but it could have. I think Ezreal was first
Yeah.
blood.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
here, you know, unfortunately, your mid laner pushed as you stayed.
Yeah, he likes to do that.
I don't like it because it makes it so difficult to gank. But at least you could wait a
Yeah.
little bit instead of going top lane. You could look to flank around the back or mid lane here. Like I think that's a flash. Like if he stays, like I think you guys should have coordinated on this. This is a flash because pre 6 Cassidon, you want to get at least something, right? You
Some
don't want to,
pressure on him,
yeah,
yeah.
just something, especially for an Azir. And I mean he's not really punishing that much. It's 30 he's up on CS, so and it's a cannon wave. So I think here, ganking right now is huge because you chunk him, you burn his flash.
Yeah.
Maybe you kill him, maybe, but you definitely chunk and burn his flash. And then you get to shove the wave and deny him a cannon wave.
Yeah,
Because he
so
doesn't
what I
have
potentially
TP.
could have did was take that little raptor and
Yes.
then scan the bush right here, and then set up like a gank there
No, I would just loop around the back.
or loop around.
Yeah, yeah. Like the vision line is here, right? The vision line is in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're just trying to burn the flash, but yeah, you could just go through this bush as well, straight for gank. But you need a Zero to sort of stick around.
Yeah.
Because basically you get to shove, deny him a cannon wave, burn his flash, and that makes him absolutely free food for another gank. But instead, you know, we sort of go all the way up and check, and Kane does the same thing. You both literally just...
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if he's smurfing, he's not doing a very good job. Maybe his main was gold. Maybe his main was gold and he just got permit or something, you know?
Yeah, maybe his account got banned or something. I don't know.
Zera's TP, so he gets to TP back for the cannon wave, so he doesn't lose anything. But the Cassidon gets free. Right. That's the first 6 minutes. I think there's so much there in the 6 minutes. That is a juicy,
Oh yeah.
juicy 6 minutes. So thank you for that. I like that. Very, especially in gold, because people always tell me, Virkayu, you're too complicated for gold. It's like, no, it's not at all. You guys are ridiculous. All of this stuff is easily applied. It's just you got to put it at the front of your mind.
Yeah.
What do we want to do now? What do you want to do right now? Let me ask you. Well, what's the game plan? You going bottom side?
I think Dragon just spawned 6 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking to try to set that up, and then my camp's bot side should be spawning,
Should they?
or probably not. I think his raptors, yeah, are
Good.
spawning.
There you
Because
go.
I know, yeah, usually I look at the timers, but I know there's that glitch.
Ah, sucks.
Yeah.
Tell me, coaching's been horrible.
So I took his raptors. So I pretty much do the sequence that I did before.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And now you can do domination sequence because you can take all his stuff and then sequence all the way up and get your red. Okay.
Yeah, which I actually messed up because I didn't take his Krugs.
Oh, I feel like out of all the options, the
Yeah.
one you took was by far the most passive. But how we play for that's more important. Ah, it happened again. I see it.
Yeah, it happened again.
It's not warded. He's just sequencing down.
Yeah.
See, like for you, the option was go to Krugs, and look here. But this, as you say, there's nothing else. Like your red spawned at this point, so you could have done Krugs into a delayed red into the blue buff invade again. Because if he's
Yeah.
sequencing top to bottom, he would not be there, and it's not warded. So I think that would be free, and then you could look to chunk top. But again, as you said, that's not a very good lane to gank. But now we're behind, right? We wasted a lot of time.
Yeah. I wasted a lot. I think I just with this game, I was trying to take like Dragon and Herald when I really shouldn't have been trying to take them, like setting them up, and that's how I really get behind. Because I went bot side there because I wanted to try to do something with Bear or Dragon because I know my bot lane was like pushed in, all game.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. Very nice job.
Yeah. So that's why I wanted to try to get, try to set up Dragon. And I figured that he would be topside because that's where his camps were spawning.
Yeah, but he would sequence down because he would have the timer on on the Raptor camp because he investigated, and he'd have the timer on his Krugs. You'd have the timer on his red. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to be coming down. So your alternative is to counter jungle him and try and do something. But because his bot lane shoved in and it's Ezreal, the Pyke is very easily going to roam and collapse. And I think that's what's risky because the Ez can just chill. It doesn't matter for him, you know? He can handle himself, and whether or not he understands it is a different question. But what I want to highlight here is what you do to the Kassadin. Okay, he's currently at what? 920. 922. You go in. Probably could have got another order in there, and he's down, almost 300 HP. So you might have even got the kill. You might have even got the kill when you ganked him level 5 just now. Yeah. I'm just looking at it. Like, you did the right thing. It's just, yeah. No, this is some gank meta. This is some Elise stuff. This is some Elise ganking right now. You're down 12 CS. Trendamir? Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I'm usually really good at CSing, and like.
Good. That's fine.
That's
like,
what. Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, I don't agree with back to base all the way down, invade, don't get it, and just run across top lane. I feel like you could have done the same thing by basically saying, you know what, this guy's gonna go top to bottom and get his red. My bot lane is handling themselves. I don't think Kayn in this ELO is going to be very aggressive. This isn't Charisma. This guy's just gonna try and farm and be like, why, Kayn suck, I never get form. But it's his own fault. And in your case, you could just do the Krugs into the red and get the same results on the top side, clear this, and then try and invade his blue with top lane prior, knowing that the Garen is dead.
Yeah, so pretty much do the same thing I did at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, you tried it. So you did part 1 early, and then part 2. And then instead of going part 1 and part 2 again, you went part 2 and then part 1.
Yeah.
So like you mirrored what you did, and the problem with mirroring what you did is you got nothing else here. So it's like if this invade doesn't work, you waste time, right?
Yeah, and which is what happened. And I feel like that's like a big issue with this game is that I just wasted too much time.
And now we didn't get our second tier Krug spawn. Okay, so let's. I would have done the Krugs as well, and then try to get Crab.
So Krugs.
Yeah, I would have like if you could have just done Krugs into Red into Raptors, but I think Red into Krugs into Raptors for better sequencing is in theory fine. And then you can hit the Scry's Bloom for any vision control and get this Crab, and then I think you could just do Herald.
Yeah, I think that's something I gotta work on doing too, is using the scryers to.
Yeah, because yeah, exactly. And now the thing for me that's very important as well is that you saw the Kayn topside, right? He tried to interrupt your gank, and we didn't clear this control ward, which I think is pretty sad. Like, I don't think you saw when you went up, but I think I would have. Like, go clear this. He's not gonna kill you. He's not gonna kill you. And you're Graves. You're phase rush. You just run away. Yeah, I feel like you should clear this.
Yeah,
and then you can go get the what is honey fruit, the peaches, for HP.
Yeah, the juicy fruit.
Yeah, the juicy fruit. Like, you're in his head right now because he doesn't know exactly where you are or what you want to do, and so he's put a defensive ward here right now, and that Q tilted my brain. This guy's not a Smith, ladies and gentlemen. If you needed evidence, no more. That's it. Backwards invert Q. Like, he smites it and off he goes, right? I mean, you don't know that off he's. I don't know why he's doing this, but if you imagine the universe, right, where you do the red Krugs Raptors, hit the Scry's Bloom, do the Herald, get the Crab, and then hit this plant here, right? You get his Grump and his Wolves, level 7, and then you can even gank top lane again.
Yeah, I think.
Does it make sense? Like, that's all available to you.
Yeah, I should have known that he was going bot side and then went for his camps.
Well, this for me is very strange. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, I didn't think that he was going bot side, to be honest.
What in the living earth is this guy doing? Like, this is brilliant for you, but I don't know what you're doing either.
Yeah.
So, like, you move across mid lane, and your pathing is good. Well done. Beautiful. Twitch chat, look at that. Look at that. Nicely hidden. Good pathing. Good job. Man, like, if I could, people weren't doing this in gold back in the day. We would just run around like headless chickens. We were not doing those kind of things. Again, though, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, you're chasing. You're chasing him around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I missed out on a lot of CS. That's why I felt like my brain was just kind of like off this game. Usually I'm really good with CSing.
I don't think it was off. I think it was directed in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's so many options available to you, and basically what we did is, after that decent early phase, yeah, we missed the bottom lane dive, but that's me telling you, by the way, every time you counter jungle, look bottom lane. Especially if they're winning, have a cheeky look. And if he's low, we can do something. It's very easy as Graves. Watch the Kassadin for the ward, that's great. So we do our bottom side, we go back to base. It's very unlikely you would ever go directly to where you just cleared. Unless something drastic was happening. Unless you wanted to reverse field and actually go directly to the dragon. And maybe gank the bottom lane. Or invade the red because you saw Kane top. You know? There were no camps. The only option for you was counter jungling. And if they collapsed on you, which they did, you have no choice but to just run across mid lane and go, okay, bye. Because there's no camps here. And this is difficult to do if Kassadin is here and Kane's here. You cannot dive this when like 4 people are there and you don't have a TP top lane. So for me, the biggest misdecision was not going back to base and then just going topside. You know, like redo part 1. Like that was the biggest thing for me. And even if you don't go and counter jungle this and do the Herald right now, you could just sequence directly down. Because all of this will be up, right? You can just go Krugs, Red, Raptors, Wolves, Gromp, Blue,
get everything.
Dragon.
Dang.
Right? And your duo's right here too. So you could just, in worst case, even in the most passive situation, you get an absolute full clear plus a dragon. In the most aggressive situation, you get 2 camps, a kill top lane, his whole blue side, your whole red side, Herald, and another gank top lane. And in turn, you will lose a dragon. In turn, you will lose these camps. However, your bot lane seems to be pretty good. Stonkingly good, actually. We got a 30 CS lead. Well, obviously, Pyke is 15, but... and you've got your mid laner who you can trust to not die, because he's Azir. He should be absolutely fine. Although, Kassadin will eventually start R-ing over his walls, but, you know...
And blow him up.
But for now, he's fine. And obviously, let's you know, the missed opportunity... Like, you seem to be drawn way too much to top lane. In the lane you told me, I don't want to gank.
Yeah.
And I agreed with you. I was like, hey, you got first blood on it. It's the only bloody kill in the game. What is this? LCS gold.
Yeah.
I was 9 minutes. I mean, we've been...
Yeah, I was kind of confused about that. I was like, this is a very, like, slow game for this elo.
But in that end, for me, it's exciting because... Ooh!
So, like, my ult barely missed him because he went inside Azir.
Yes, he did. All right, so... we don't do the Wolves and Croms. For me, that's just because you walked across mid lane. He's trying to sneak this away. That's a weird noise. You know, this is good pathing into the water. You see this, you're like, okay. He's on the dragon, guys. Your duo gets involved. I'm gonna slow it down. Okay, you missed. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. After that, I was like, dang, I should have like.
What did you smite?
What
did you smite? You smited Kassadin? I don't think you needed to smite Kassadin because you could have just smited the dragon. Taken it and smited the dragon.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't need to smite him. You were fine. You had smoke screen and phase rush. If you just kite out because you're basically melee Graves. This is resetting at 900, but I mean, they
like,
like,
easily could have took it.
Look, they got no vision whatsoever. I mean, you don't know they have no vision, but you got Kai'Sa here full HP. You got Brand? Yeah, 100%. That micro situation right there, save your smite. Hit the dragon, take it out, and steal it from him. Tilt the living shit out of their entire team. 100%. Oh, okay, so this is what we're talking about. Did we get a little greedy? Oh. Okay.
He backed in a weird spot.
He did. But now again, like, we went back to base, right?
Yeah,
and you didn't clear your camps, yeah. So for me,
Yeah.
it's not necessarily always true. If you have an item spike, sure. Let's see how much. You're 331. So what do you need for what do you guys need for warrior? 525. Right? Once you've got this and brutalize, you need the warhammer.
525.
But nice. You know, if you do grump into wolves and go back, you get warrior right now.
Yeah.
Which
I
is an item lead on
I
the
think-
cane.
Exactly. Yeah, I think I was just kind of distraught because of how low I was, but
Was
I should
distraught.
I should have just cleared.
And okay, so this is obviously Scrub Noob likes to talk about this. When you go out in the field and you got 2 quadrants up, you have to ask yourself 2 questions. Which side of the map has the highest experience camps? Which side of the map has the objective that we need to take?
Okay.
Herald,
Herald's up,
Krugs, Raptors. You did not clear your wolves and your grump. Okay.
And
you
if I
should
would
have
have did that before I backed, then I would be on the side of the Herald.
Yeah, just by directing yourself. And that's why clearing the bottom quadrant here is so important, because once you reset, you have to go topside. And by the way, these are, like, you didn't clear these either, right? So these are level 5, but these are level 8. So if you had done the Krugs, Red, Raptors, okay, these would also be level 8. And you'd have a level 8 Raptor camp and a level 8 Edge camp. Level 8 Grump and Krugs is huge.
Yeah.
So you've left a lot of experience on the map, and because you didn't clear in quadrants, they're all sort of different things. Because now, like, we had bottom lane because I assume you want to sequence up, right?
Yeah. So what I'm getting kind of is that
You want the dragon.
I want the dragon, yeah. Which should have been gone if I would have
Exactly.
saved, you know.
Exactly. Oh, we're giving him stuff. He's not taking it though. This guy. Man, like, in my mind, I'm saying thank you for your camps, thank you for the herald, thank you for the plates, thank you for the
Yeah,
tower dive.
Watching it, like, if I was Kane, I would have took all my stuff.
And now you're going back because you want warrior, I suppose. But all you did was 2 camps that you should have taken anyway.
Yeah. That should have been gone beforehand, and I should have been topside.
Yeah, and again, we look bottom lane. You know,
I think, and then a
Like
big
mid?
a big reason I went bot. Well, at the time, is I was thinking that I want dragon, you know, and that should have actually been gone.
Yeah, see, now we're getting cross purposes. We're talking about what should have happened and what did happen, and what did happen is delayed everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, great, this is great, but for me, I'm thinking if you clear this quadrant, if you finish this off, like I said, like, don't waste your flash, kite out,
Yeah.
keep the dragon going, just smite it at whatever the hell it is, like, what do you have, 510, right? 510, that was at 900 HP, that's easy, clear these camps, go
Yeah.
back to base, get your warrior, now you can slide on up into the DMs for the Tryndamere, kill the Garen, and you've got red, all of topside plus a herald, plus the crab.
And then worst case scenario, they get if I didn't take the dragon,
you know?
they get the dragon while I
Great.
do Herald.
Yeah, fine. But you got a full clear, and you have warrior on him. Like, right now you have the same, plus you have literally the same itemization,
Yeah.
but you have 100 more gold, and you should have like 700 more gold minimum. Please go topside, okay. But now you will give up the dragon, I think. No, you don't. You see the damage you do? See, this for me is the biggest problem, right?
Yeah. I
There's a
went
Cassidon.
mid because Zir was like,
That's a level 10 Cassidon, and you're level 6.
yeah, and I still do a good amount of damage to him.
F's in the chat. This game's over. Tell you right now. It's 1-on-1,
Yeah.
but he's level 10 and you're level 6.
Yeah, he's pretty
Virkayu,
huge.
aye. There you go. That's it. Aye.
Yeah, that's no damage at all.
Yeah, but I mean, imagine if you gank in level 5, you burn the flash, you burn the ignite, you go topside, you do all that stuff, you get plates here, you sequence him down, you do it again, he's got no flash, he's dead.
Yeah.
It's all within your control, which I think is nice of you. You recognize that, right? You're basically saying like,
Yeah.
and
I
that was
don't know what
shoving
I
a
was
cannon
thinking.
wave.
Am I? That's why I wanted to choose this one because I felt like I was kind of just like autopilot this game.
Yeah, I can see it. I think like obviously we spend a lot. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I really feel like that's like a big issue that I have with my gameplay. Like, it's like some games like I'll play really well, like macro wise, and like I'll think a lot and stuff, and then like I don't know, I'll play a few games and then my brain just turns off.
Like we're doing the same thing. You're basically doing one camp and looking to invade and do stuff, and you realize, oh, I can't do it. So you loop around, you do another camp, you do the same thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting a bit bloodthirsty. They're not used to this kind of 1-1 nonsense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone's used to bloodbaths.
And the thing is, your bottom lane has such a huge lead. I feel like this should be abused.
Yeah.
Like you could have, like, what's the one thing you have that can at least keep your game decently going? Is that you've got a really fed bottom lane, and as soon as Kassadin R's in, you can smoke screen into Brand stun, and kill him very easily. Because Kai'Sa will have ultimate. Because Kai'Sa will have ultimate to stay with him if he ults out. Your one saving grace is your bottom lane, and the fact that Brand can insta stun the Kassadin. I feel like
he's pretty huge.
He's huge because there's been no pressure on him. You got a farming mid laner who's losing to him. He's got Rod of Ages at 4 stacks already, so he's just gonna R over the Azir wall and take care of business.
Yeah.
The one kill you got top lane was great, but I do not expect much else being possible unless it's opportunistic. There was one time that might have been possible, but I feel like we wasted the opportunity to really destroy this bottom lane. Like this should be dead.
Yeah, it should be.
You know, like your bottom lane, and you should have taken this tower and dragon, and you should have lane swapped to different lane assignments already. Because Force, I did a Diamond 2 cover, when was it, chat? 2 weeks ago? And the biggest problem was everyone was fed but their Kassadin, and the enemy team continually just shoved the game state to the point that this guy couldn't sit and farm. Right now, he loves this. No towers taken, no kills, no stress, absorb the experience, farm it up, all in the Azir.
Yeah.
You know, he's loving this right now, and by doing all the things that we talked about, you know, this Herald top and then ganking bottom lane, maybe another gank, even a lane gank, you know, you could have absolutely forced the game state to collapse around him. Yeah, he'd be sitting mid, but you'd be up to here as a team, you'd be up to here as a team, your bottom lane would rotate mid, and he would be forced to have to deal with a side lane, and while he's in the side lane, you best damn be sure you win the game. But you're making it difficult for him because you're on a clock with him, and the thing is, you know, this guy apparently knows how to time travel because he's 3 levels ahead of you as Graves, and I think that's the biggest indicator for sadness.
Yeah.
That's the same thing though. One camp do something, one camp do another. But I mean,
yeah, I usually don't do that, but.
Man, I like some of the actions you're doing. The Kayn is in this elo. The Kayn's not gonna understand how to handle that.
Yeah,
this
is a.
There you go. That's nice.
Yeah, this was a turning point as well. Trying to go for a rift right here.
Well, the problem is you want to do rift ideally when they don't see you.
Yeah, and they obviously know we're on it. I get blown up.
Yeah, you just get Garand. Kayn. Oh no. Oh no! Yeah, I mean, this is forced as well.
Yeah, it was forced.
Yeah, I mean, if you had literally, and sounds hysterical, but this is the exact kind of game that Master Yi's love, because if you just sequenced every camp over and over and over again, you'd be like level 12 now. You'd have this dragon, you just one-shot everyone in the game. It's the one game where you can honestly say, like, if you just controlled your own jungle on respawn, and secured the heralds when Kayn shone somewhere else, you'd have won it.
Yeah.
Not often you get that. Oh, we're reflecting in base. There you go. Let's get to work. Actually, I did a game on this on the main channel and with the skin. I think it's kind of underrated. I don't really see it.
Yeah, this skin's cool.
Yeah, I like it.
I like how like the lasers are blue.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a teacher. I mean, I guess, a teacher for 10 years. So for me, it's like, yeah, Professor Grey. I don't like Graves, but I think it's a really cool skin line. I just never see it. I always see Mafia. I'm like, okay, boring. Yeah, I don't know where, like. I mean, they're doing everything. This is just slow bleeding. This is literally, you're dying from internal bleeding in the 9th century, no one knows it, and you just die the next day. Like, 1 week, you're bleeding in your ribs, and you just feel like crap, and then you just die. And it was like, oh, why'd he die? We don't know why he died. And that's exactly what's happening here. Everyone's just like, why did we lose? Nothing happened, we lost.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing. You're just slowly giving everything to them. And finally, your bottom lane does this, but I mean, Kane doesn't even collapse. Like, he's Shadow Assassin. I mean, as Kassadin here, he's just gonna shove this one more shove. You get it?
My mid laner actually AFK'd right there.
Oh no!
Yeah, so it hit the tower.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything specifically in the last 20 minutes that you want to talk about, or is it just you just get stomped in every fight, right?
Yeah, we get stomped out every fight. Pretty much from here on. There's a dragon fight where we like the closest like dragon fight. That's where we like.
I mean, you're down 3k gold to a Kassadin comp, Ezreal comp, Blue Kane comp.
Yeah, my bot lane was pinging to go for dragon, so we try to go for it, and then he pushes the Kane into the dragon pit, and then he gets it. But we were gonna lose that fight regardless.
No, if you're Azir just like here, instead of trying to freaking Shurima shuffle to show off, you just ult them out.
That's what I was wanting him to do.
And then just do the dragon.
Them in.
No. That's not the play. That's not the play. I mean, and he's a level ahead of you, so that's fine. Yeah. And then Kaiser's just like, yes, CC, I ult. Yeah, like if the game wasn't over, now it is.
Yeah. So those are the two plays that I really feel like kind of was the Rift Herald and then the Dragon.
Well, I think for me, it's not so much. It's almost like the first 50 minutes we have two kills. We have 2 kills in the whole game, and about 200 things that you could have done to make yourself the big daddy of it. And I think that's what's nice.
Yeah.
It's like you had all these options, and hopefully that makes sense. Like, you know, sometimes it's a bit beyond what people are expected to do to get out of gold, but I always believe that we should focus on those things.
Because if I want to be better than gold, then I have to play better than gold.
Exactly. Like those decision makings, you know, here as well. I really feel like misgank bottom lane, misgank mid lane, going to the wrong side after reset tier 1, and then doing it again, and then sort of just pseudo waffling in rivers looking for stuff instead of saying, hey, every lane is chilling, my bottom lane's winning, my top lane is equal, my mid lane is whatever. Let me just farm.
Just chill and farm, yeah. And I don't know why I was trying so hard to try to force things this game.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Graves. I usually just try to, farm.
You gotta be opportunistic with Graves. That's the biggest thing, you know. But I mean, I think hopefully all that stuff from the pre-15 makes a lot of sense, because I think if you can really hammer home the active mindset in game, but where you're pathing and why you're pathing there, and then also understanding which lanes you could snowball further. Like that's the problem with a lot of people in gold or plat, is that you have a bottom lane or a side lane or a mid lane that's really doing super good things.
Yeah.
We multiply that lead. Get in on it, you know? That's something to think about as well. But also for your laner, just tell them a little less ego on the Shurima shuffle, a little more disengage.
Yeah. So if you had to, what would you say are like the biggest takeaways that I can like write down here?
Those minimap awareness tools where you missed ganks. Where you pathed out of base without thinking where you're gonna go. And when you do have a good play, like you won the fight at the dragon, That's a
Yeah.
that's a micro mechanical misplay. You should not have flashed. You should have just kited out with phase rush, use the smite on the dragon. So that's a mechanical thing. I can't really help you with that. You just have to get better at it.
Yeah.
But after you do that good play, and you have an itemization spike at hand, clear the quadrant because you know you're not going to come back. For me, that's big. Knowing where you want to go next before you go back to base is big because, hey, I want to go topside, so let me clear this bottom quadrant, get my warrior, and then go topside. Not,
Yeah.
I'm going to go back now and buy some of warrior and then go bottom side again. It's literally 30 seconds down the drain. So that sort of direction with your power thing is very important. I mean, I'll leave the VOD up as well so you can watch that first half an hour again because I think that's where your biggest issue is.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, thank you so much, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a good game.
That's a lot. Yeah, definitely, man. I'm definitely gonna have to get coached again. I'll probably give it a few weeks, maybe like a month or so.
Like focus on the stuff, get active, and make sure you're playing actively. But the no, I was gonna say, completely forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. I'm just like those games that are 1-1, even in gold. It's very interesting strategically because there's just so many things that are happening. Like, people
Asking
don't like
a bunch of golds to try to play strategic is.
not asking people to play strategically, but you know, people see a 1-1 game and they think, oh, Virkayu, there's nothing to talk about. I'm like, no, this is the good stuff. This is what there's so much to talk about because there's so much not happening, and that's exactly what we're looking for. But yeah, hopefully that helps. Good luck camp sequencing, and of course playing with a bit more direction. And make sure to walk into all bushes when you scan.
Definitely. Hey, thank you so much, man. We'll see you again.
See ya. Thanks.